Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we got 99 cards because Commander's number one. Today, I'm one of your hosts, Brian, and today I'm joined by my lovely friend here, Slothy. Slothy, how are you doing?
Doing pretty well, thanks. How about yourself?
Oh, not bad. The time change is a killer. I'm not going to lie.
Fair.
I'm really not doing good with it, but we're getting through the week. I'm sure I'll adjust sometime soon, right?
Oh yeah.
But I have two other friends. One coming back from our Doctor Who recap spoiler session, and both from the MTG Play podcast. Please introduce yourselves and pitch. Pitch.
Hey, I'm James. I was on the Doctor Who podcast, which was a blast. I'm really happy to be back. Yeah, and talking about some hopefully big dinos and stuff. So yeah.
Well, you're in my world now with this one.
I know, right? We flipped around.
Yeah, so I'm Corey, the host of the MTGPlace podcast. We cover all things Magic. James is my co-host there. I've been playing Magic since '98, and I just became a judge in June. So if you have judge questions, sometimes I can answer them. Sometimes I still have to Google them, but you know.
Alas, such is the wording of Magic.
You have
Right?
you have the magical app that says all, so you're good though.
Yeah. I mean, like you could look it up within 2 minutes, like because they have a judge support thing. You could just ping.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I do enjoy the community coming together to answer some stuff when it does kind of get into a pickle. Because again, the English language sometimes can be confusing, especially when you start throwing in commas and brackets and almost like the math thing.
And let's not forget that, Wizards also created lovely synergies such as Sylvan Library and Chains of Mistopheles. Why they did that, the world will never know.
Don't play that. There's a flow chart explaining how it works.
It's literally a flow chart.
There's a flow chart. That's funny. But today we are here to discuss the new Ixalan, the lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Yes.
But what excites me about it is we got Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Copyright.
And we get taken down.
You just have to sing it better, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're good if it's under 7 seconds.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah.
That's good to know.
You just got to pitch it up and you're fine.
I mean, that's what the Twitch rule was. I'm assuming it's the same for YouTube. I don't know.
But
It's gonna make it sound just indistinguishable enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Put our own flair. But I'm really excited because I love dinosaurs. I have always I don't know, maybe it was they were pitching it to me like since I was an early kid, like the Land Before Time, the Lost, Littlefoot, and all of them, and then Jurassic Park. And then my aunt brought me out to Calgary, and we have the Royal Tyrrell Museum with all the dinosaur bones and everything here. So it's just been adding to my imagination ever since I was young. So like I have always just loved dinosaurs. But then we also get vampires, conquistador vampires again. So.
Vampires are cool.
Yeah,
that's fun. This is kind of a little bit of everything here. So yeah, it should be real interesting actually. So yeah.
Is there any tribes from the set that you're excited for? Besides dinosaurs, I guess?
I saw there were a couple cats again, which makes me very happy.
I always love cats.
I love cats. So, I mean, that is my profile picture. If people notice that on Discord, there's reasons for that. But happy to see that among some other things as well. So,
so Daniel is away, or he is here, but not on the show. So in respect of him and mentioning cats, Mao,
yes.
I think that was the best Mao I could give for it.
Mao, indeed.
Yeah. Daniel's been under the weather, so he's sitting this episode out, but recording it for us. So thank you very much there, Sir Daniel. We hope that we can give you some enjoyable comedy while you listen.
Producer Dan today.
Yeah, he's producer Dan.
So who wants to lead us off with the Batman that we've deemed?
I will try because his name is hard, but I think I got it. Corey is notorious for butchering names, by the way. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. So
we all do.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm just gonna call this card the Batman.
We found that out in Doctor Who as well. Some people were struggling with names in that. So our first card is Ixalan's Deepest Betrayal. I'm pretty sure that's right. It is 3 black for a 4/4 legendary bat god creature. That's why he is the Batman. He is flying and lifelink. Whenever he attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent discards a land card, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. And then, when he dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. So then the flip side is Temple of the Dead, which is a land.
I thought it just said Temple of Death at first when I first looked at it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks sick. So you tap it, add a black, and then you can tap 2 in a black, transform Temple of the Dead, activate only if a player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, and only as a sorcery. So there seems to be every color has a god like this, I believe, in this set, and they all kind of have a similar mechanic like this, which is real interesting. This one seems pretty decent.
Yeah, they turned
it's interesting for a new. I feel like we're gonna be seeing some more discard.
Yep.
Stuff.
And it actually has a payoff now, whereas like before, like you rack them to death, so like they have no hand. But then once they have no hand, you're like, okay, cool, they don't have a hand now. Whereas this, you actually get a payoff for it.
Yeah, you get to draw cards when you
draw cards, which is in Magic. Drawing cards is great always. So yeah.
I feel like this would be interesting as a commander, just because you have the choice then when it dies. Am I going to put it in as a land, or am I going to put it back in the command zone?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That's true.
Yeah. And is there a lot of bat support in Magic? I can't remember if we talked about this, Corey, but
there's a little bit. But I feel like this is better than like a turd grid or a discard based deck. Like, especially if you have like waste knot. If you have waste knot out with this, you're getting like double tokens and stuff.
You're getting all of the profits.
Gross turd grid, get out of here. With the next one, we do have his buddy who we got bloodletter of. I'm just Ixalan.
Yeah, I think that's right.
1 and 3 black vampire demon flying. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead.
Double life loss.
This is solid.
Oh, it's
with wound reflection stuff.
Its very presence rips old wounds open to bleed anew.
Yeah, if you play Wound Reflection, this is just a cheaper version, except for it's a creature, so it's easier for them to remove. But
yeah,
the good old double death combo seems to be back, guys.
Well, you could be putting in all of these. This is just gonna go into my my Ellis deck.
Did you play the card that they lose half their life and then they just
and then you lose your other half?
Oh no! I don't. I'm not that greasy. Come on, guys.
That's totally not been a thing ever.
Black red. You could play the ogre. It's like all opponents have their life or something.
Yeah, so
I haven't done that at least.
Your life. I played against some decks that Corey that have done. Actually, Corey hasn't really done that, but some people I've played with have done that, and it is so mean.
I could see it like being a problem, like if you get out like Veto and like some of the other like cards, and then it synergizes off of that because it's only on your turn. So if you can like do at least like say I have a bunch of little 1/1 creatures come out. I gain a bunch of life. I trigger a life gain. Someone loses that much life, and then at the end of turn, please, you guys lose double the amount of life that you ended up losing.
Yeah, it also works with my favorite card, Kakusho. So
Yeah, Corey's very much a lover.
the black legendary
the
dragon.
evening star.
What it
and
dies,
he is a
everyone loses
pain in the
5, you gain
booty.
5.
I used to do that in Reanimator deck along
Yeah,
with
so
the
you
white
just-
one. Sacrifice the white dragon, tap everything
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
you and our friend Mitch would get along so well.
Yeah. We
one of those decks too.
I've been running Kakusho and like Yosei since it was like standard. Like
since it was literally
it's just like okay.
it came out
before the legend rule change and you could just play one, they both die and then they just lose half their life.
like, hey, you lose like 15 now. Oops. Or yeah, it's brutal. I do notice there are 3 pips on this card, so definitely good luck trying to play it in anything that's not mono black.
She have good
Much
fixing.
accepted.
Yeah, unless you better have some good like fixing lands for sure.
It's good with
Mana
Nyxos
rocks.
because 3 pips, 3 devotion right there.
Yeah, it's good for Devo.
Who wants to take the Bone Horde? Who's
Sure, we got the Bone Horde Dracusaur next. It is 3 red for a 5/5 dinosaur dragon. That's flying in first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exile a land card this way, create a 3/1 dinosaur creature token. If you exile a non-land card this way, create a treasure token. So you get 2 impulse draw plus no matter what, you either get a dino token or a treasure token.
Yeah,
so
you're rewarded for it no matter what, which is pretty
good.
And it's a dinosaur dragon. I mean, come on. It's an awesome creature combination.
Yeah.
Flying first strike with a 5/5 4/5 and the stapled on is not bad at all.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff for 5. Like you're getting your mana's worth with this card, 100%.
Especially if you're in Brawl.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a Dino deck, this is good. You're in the Dragon deck. You have like Dragon. This only costs 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Seems really good with Dragon.
So we got Cavern of Souls again. That's just a reprint. Slothy, do you want to take the new one here?
I absolutely do. I love this card. We've got Chamil, the Inner Sun. It is a legendary artifact for 6. Spells you control can't be countered, and at the beginning of your end step, discover 5.
Yeah, Discover is kind of like the new fixed Cascade.
Yeah.
Basically. And it's kind of busted with some of these cards.
So what is it? Exile cards on the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with
the
mana value 5 or less. Okay.
Yep. And then if you choose not to cast it instead of it like just not going anywhere like it would with Cascade, you get to put it in your hand. So
so it's like better Cascade.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So like because normally you'd hit like a counter spell and you're like, well, this is useless. Well, at least now I can put it in my hand.
I don't want to play this unless you want to counter something like right on the stack, but usually you don't.
Spells can't be countered. It's good. I did get to use this in the early access, and it's kind of crazy, especially if you hit like another Discover card off of it or another or something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you just keep looping. Like it's insane.
This is gonna bring me. God, this is gonna give me like terrible flashbacks of Shards of Alara, where you just like cascade or Enigma Sphinx cascade into cascade this other thing into cascade this other thing into cascade. And then all of a sudden they had like 7 things on the board.
Sounds like my sliver deck.
I feel like I stopped playing Magic. You're having a great time.
Yeah, you did. There was some.
I missed
broken
Eldrazi's.
combos.
I missed this junk. Like,
Yeah, Jurassic was another fun time of Magic. I did love Zendikar. I will say Zendikar will always be my favorite set. Because that was just a cool plane. But yeah, Eldrazi was a very love-hate relationship. Like it was a cool set until they play Emrakul, and then you just cry. Like, okay.
And I weep.
I guess I lose. What's that mean? Guess I'll die.
So
big
who wants
boy
to take
here.
the new one?
All right, we got Gulta the Stampede Tyrant, 5 green for a 12/12 legendary creature Elder Dinosaur with trample. And when it enters the battlefield, you get to put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield.
Amazing.
This is just
That's
more,
great.
man. This is ridiculous.
It's win more because it's like you have to have a bunch of cards in your hand.
Like if you don't have but it's still like what 8, 5,
8 for a 12/12.
8 for a 12/12 seems pretty broken with trample, by the way.
Thundering war call calls forth a primeval army. Just some of the flavor text. All these cards are great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like this with like Crater Hoof or something like that. It's just like, why? Like, it's just.
Yeah, let me just.
Your opponent
just in hand.
Your opponent just cries.
James, you could you could tooth and nail this out, and then,
tooth and nail, Crater Hoof,
and then just play every creature from your hand.
Can you imagine someone tempting Worm and you had that in your hand?
Oh my gosh!
I just play my Gulta and then I'll play my own stuff. Like
show and tell. I'll show and tell this for you. Oh yeah, you're gonna play your Gristlebrand. I'm gonna play my whole hand.
Can't play Gristlebrand Commander though.
Yeah, I know.
The Gishath is a reprint, correct?
Yes.
The Sun Avatar. I'm pretty sure that name sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. It is very good though.
The user gets skipped, which leads us to a new Hilatli, or how do you pronounce that? Did I pronounce it right?
I believe that's correct.
Hilatli,
yeah.
Poet of Unity, 2 and a green legendary creature, human warrior bard. Interesting. That's a lot of staples.
It is.
When Hilatli, Poet of Unity, enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Oh wow, she has lots of colors: green, red, and white. So 2 Boros, exile Hilatli, then return her to the battlefield, transformed under her owner's control, activate only as a sorcery. Bagow. We got Roar of the Fifth People. This is tiny. Okay, wait a minute here.
You good?
Yeah. So number 1 is create 2 3/3 green dinosaur creature tokens. Not bad. Number 2 is Roar.
This enchantment gains.
Yeah, that enchantment.
Roar of the Fifth People gains creatures you control have tap to add a red, green, or white. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is search your library for a dinosaur card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then number 4, dinosaurs you control gain double strike and trample until end of turn.
I'm so excited to build this one.
This is an amazing card.
So good.
I'm so excited for this card.
Roar, my guys. Roar, my Fifth People.
Obviously, the enchantment is way better, I feel. But the front side, I mean, just getting ramp is nice, especially for a Naya deck when you're playing big dinosaurs.
Yeah.
This just reminds me of like one of the Praetors.
Yeah. Basically, she is very, very angry that she lost her spark. So she's like, okay, I'm not going to be a Planeswalker. Well, okay, I'll flip into a bomb saga. Okay, how about that?
Does she die after this, or does she come?
No, it was the although during the Phyrexian War, a lot of the Planeswalkers.
She was a Planeswalker.
When
you would sacrifice it,
yeah, you sacrifice it. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a typical saga.
Then you just play it from the command zone again.
Yeah, you just replay it.
Not as good as a Praetor. They come back.
Right.
Yeah, okay, she's not a Praetor, but
she's I'm just saying that to be able to just have it loop would be nice.
Yeah, that would be sick for sure.
Because paying 5 to search. Sometimes it would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a bard, right? So how many bards are in Magic? Because then I can build a bard deck.
Well, there's Tom Bombadil. He's
Tom
one.
Bombadil, Yisan.
Yeah.
I'd say there would be a handful
of dragon from Baldur's Gate too.
This is a saga, so this would work with Tom Bombadil as well.
True.
If you have to cycle all the way through it, of course, but which would take a few turns. But this card is amazing. I'm very excited for this one.
Please take it away with the guy with the dinosaur hand.
A legendary.
Oh, sorry. Are you talking about the Bard or the red card here?
Sorry, I was still talking about her. But this also, this is a thing. We have the Red God next, who is also insane. Oh, looks like we're going through all of them here right in a row.
I was looking at this artwork and I was like, all right, this looks interesting.
Yeah, he literally has like a T-Rex for his hand, which is pretty, or whatever that is. Yeah.
I would 100%. I would probably be a lunatic, and I'd just be like, "Oh, how are you doing today?" I would just be using my hand as a puppet the entire time.
That sounds about right. We have Ozur Axonil Deepest Might, which is the red god. He is 2 red for a 4/4. He has trample. If a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than his power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to his power instead. When he dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transfer it under its owner's control, which is Temple of Power. Shocking. It's a land. It taps for red. It also you can tap 2 in a red and tap it to transform him. Activate only if red sources you control dealt 4 or more non-combat damage this turn, and only as a sorcery. So aggro loves this a lot.
This artwork, amazing, love it. The temple built into a volcano, the Aztec, architecture,
and then the dragons flying around it. Yeah, it's there's like lightning bolts hitting
smoke and everything. Yeah, like just like they nailed it with this one.
Yeah, this flavor is amazing. Definitely.
They had me questioning. Hello.
It's also kind of cool that they fitted flavor text on the backside of the bottom, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's too tiny. I can't even.
It's just like Chamili gave the power to whatever's passant. Anyways, but yeah, so it's like whatever flavor text. But I thought it was interesting because normally cards with a lot of text don't have flavor text. So
right,
that's true.
So this card, you just play like a lava dart and it deals 4 now instead of 1.
Yeah, just all the deal 1 damage to each opponent. Now deal 4.
No,
so this goes into a Torbrand, or you run this guy as the commander.
Obviously, like lightning bolt kind of cries because it does 4 instead of 3, which is kind of whatever.
But, I mean, or if you have a way to augment this,
if you're able to pump him, so like he's like a 10/10 or something like that. Oh yeah, then my lava dart does 10 damage to whatever. That's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, this has a lot of potential to be very nasty.
Or just play the thing that everything does triple damage, and now it does 12.
Like sulfuric vortex and whatnot. Yeah, that's
the city on fire. And they just reprinted Fire Emancipation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things that can feel that
burn players are happy about this one.
Burn players love this card. And it only costs 4 too, which in burn is very manageable to play.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive. So I feel like we're going to see this in aggro, especially.
Yeah, no, it's a very usable card, and I'm going to love seeing it because, again, the puppet arm is just it's so funny to me just to think of like, hello.
All right, who wants the green god, the green dino man?
So we got Ozur Caslam, Deepest Growth. Looking at the artwork, I don't know what this is. I see the dragony thing in the background. What's the orange thing? But it's 3, 2 green. Legendary creature, God, trample. Whenever Ozur Kasim deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest onto the bottom of your on the bottom in a random order. When Ozur Castlum dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. And then we got Temple of Cultivation. Tap it for a forest. You can pay 2 in a forest to tap it to transform Temple of Cultivation. Activate only if you control 10 or more permanents and only as a sorcery.
Which
So if you've got
easy to
City's
do.
Blessing.
Yep. So that's basically a whole lot of finding things off the top of your deck, which can be very, very useful in green. Green. That's one thing that green can struggle with. Basically, cantripping stuff is always good for sure.
I don't mind it because you have to either you have to attack with it, you need it to die to really trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you can get in for 5 unblocked, but
yeah, that's the other thing.
I don't know. The Timmy player in me is like, sweet, I can attack, look at 5-6 cards, play a creature and a land into play, and it's like I'm just ramping and I'm playing big things.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what green likes to do,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you may put a creature card, into the battlefield. Well, what if you put Gult on the battlefield? Well, then you put the rest of your hand onto the battlefield, and then you're then you're good to go. And then if Craterhoof also happens to be in there, you just swing in for 1,000,000 damage. So, yeah,
the nice thing is
this could trigger stuff.
The nice thing is that it does look like gods got a little bit of love here.
Yeah, they really did. All the gods from when we Corey and I very recently did our own set reveal on this. All the gods seem to be quite good, as we are currently learning.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we have the blue one next. If someone wants to do that,
yeah. We've got Ogier Pakpatik, Deepest Epoch, 2 double blue for a 4/3 legendary god with flying. Whenever you cast an instant spell from your hand, it gains rebound. And when it dies, return to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control with 3 time counters on it. Then it transforms into Temple. It can tap for blue and remove a time counter from it. 2 in a blue and tap and transform it. Activate only if there's no time counters on it and only as a sorcery.
So this I can see being a problem.
This feels like they kind of ripped off Atlantis, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, the Temple, 100%.
They definitely play tested this, and they're like, yeah, rebound is such a good ability that we had to make it, wait at least 3 turns to come back.
Yeah, they learned their lesson. Rebound is nasty, so nasty. And yeah, just all your spells have it as long as this is in play.
This is just
instant spells, but yeah.
Oh, it is just instant. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So it's not sorcery. But still.
You put this into like a.
This seems good in the 10th Doctor.
It seems like very good in the 10th Doctor. Yeah. Also just very good in Brago.
Bouncing. I cast like rebound or whatever, or not rebound. Bounce, right? I think that's just a 1-drop blue one, and then I get it back next time. So I'm just like,
or like
unsummon.
Yeah,
it's a cloud shift, the one that just blinks.
Oh yeah, cloud shift just blinks. Yeah.
So you blink 2 things, because why not? And in Brago, that's kind of what you want to do. Yeah, this card, very very good.
I do like the serpentine kind of looking god. I really like that one.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Definitely. And it's got that huge, I don't know what that is on his back, but yeah, I don't know. The art in this was really awesome for sure.
I think it's supposed to be
golden coin.
I think it's supposed to be the orb that's like on the top of the temple in the next picture.
Oh, yeah.
That would make sense.
Oh, that would make, okay. So it's kind of like a Mayan thing or something like that.
It's his calendar. Get away from it.
Oh, speaking of that, there is a card coming later on that's very silly. I'm sure we'll see. We'll have some things to say about that one as well.
Slothy, you want this white god here?
Someone else can take it. I just took the blue one.
Yeah.
Whoops! I've clearly not paying attention here.
Tack. I don't know. I can't probably butchering that, but whatever.
Tack. Sure.
Yeah, Deepest Foundation, 4 white. So this is the most expensive god. For a 6/6 legendary creature god with vigilance, if one or more tokens would be created under your control, create 3 times that many
We
instead.
don't need it. We don't need this.
So good.
That's why it's the most expensive. Continue.
When it dies, it comes back as Temple of Civilization, which is a land. It taps for a white, and you can pay 2 and a white and transform it back if you attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn and only at sorcery speed.
So those 3
This
creatures
is
that I created.
really good.
Yep.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
card,
I mean, this with doubling season is just 6 times automatic.
yeah, would you like to do 6 tokens?
What are you talking about? Doubling season? I'm thinking of like Mondrak and Anointed Procession.
Well, that too. I mean, what if you have them all, right? Then you're just like, okay, let me get the calculator out.
Yeah, it's like I gotta do some
We apply one
multiplication,
effect
guys.
after another.
By our powers combined.
Captain Planet.
And then I have Scoot Swarm, and I have to do more math.
Oh my
Yeah.
Why do you hate everybody?
Okay, I'm
Who hurt
challenge
you?
accepted. I'm doing it. I'm going to try to just make a Scoot Swarm deck with all of these other.
Who hurt you, honey?
This is my Selvala Scoot Swarm.
So yeah, if you like tokens, you got even more. Make
More
of
token
them.
love. Did we need it? Not really, but
Mm-mm.
we
At least-
got it.
at
I
least
guess.
this one's easy to get back. Like
Yeah.
like if they, because people remove those on the spot. So
Oh, this is a remove on the spot 100%. I will path the crap out of this card.
that
Yeah,
beats
Unless
it.
it's my
No,
commander, and then it's
if
100%.
it's exiled, it
going
doesn't
back.
come back. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right.
Yeah,
So-
if it's a commander, then well, that's an issue. But then you just make that commander tax as high as possible.
That doesn't sound like an issue. It sounds like an ish-me. Wait, what?
Hey. So yeah, so that's all the gods. They're all really, really good. We talked about the black one earlier. The white one is broken. The blue one I see being disgusting.
Actually, I do. I like them all.
Yeah.
they're
good.
all playable. I think you're gonna play them all in some
Like
depth
flavor
or
though.
another.
Flavor goes to the red one.
Yeah, the red
Just
flavor.
the artwork on the red one's the best. Like
Yeah, the
dragon
red
hand, or the
artwork,
dinosaur hand. I keep saying
100%.
dragon, but dinosaur hand.
Yeah,
Too good. I love
I
it.
mean it's got dragons flying around too, so both are present.
They reprinted Resplendent Angel in this.
Yes.
I didn't even notice that.
They sure did.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this Boros Planeswalker if that's all right here. The one in the set.
Bab.
He's an elephant, and he is cool, I guess. We have Quintorius Kond, 3 and Boros, so 5 total for a legendary planeswalker named Quintorius, who comes into play with 4 of the
Loyalty counters.
loyalty. That's the word. My God, I forgot the word. He has a static ability of whenever you cast a spell from exile, he deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. And then his plus,
Interesting.
yeah, there's a theme is coming together here. His +1, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature spirit creature token. His -3, discover 4. And then his -6, exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add red for each card exiled this way. You may play those cards this turn. So there's a lot going on
2
here.
damage, 3 life, 2 damage, 2 life, and away we go.
He's basically baby helixing every single time you basically do one of his abilities.
I played against this card in limited, and if you ultimate this, you just win the game.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Fair.
So just know that if you do play limited, this don't pass this.
Ever. Yeah, this is a game winner.
But yeah, it also seems good in Commander, like especially in decks where you play stuff from exile, like you play the Atali where you play stuff
as
with top of the
commander. I think
deck.
it would be fun.
Can you play Planeswalkers as commanders now?
Not unless they say so.
They usually have to say on the card if they do or not.
Illegal commander, legalizing.
Yeah. Rule 0, you could play them. There you go. But yeah,
I think it could be fun. Like, but if it comes across as broken, then definitely that's one thing. For the fun of the game, but
yeah, they definitely did right pricing it at 5 mana because any cheaper this would just be bonkers.
Insane. Yeah. It's already really, really
If you
good.
got him out,
Yeah.
if you got him out super early, though, I don't think you would have like the payoff that you would want.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're playing a bunch of like impulse draw effects or like a Tolly, like all the stuff where you play stuff top of your deck, then it's like, okay, every spell I cast, I'm just going to drain you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, this card's really good.
But yeah, it's definitely like, okay, make 2 3/2s, protect it until turn 7, activate the ult, and then just win the game. If I
I know
like-
Daniel's listening in, and he's like, the things that we need to look at a Planeswalker is, can it protect itself,
Yeah.
and like this like does have all of it. Plus, I
Yes.
really enjoy that ability that's
Protects
stapled on
itself.
it.
If you're
it really does a lot.
if you're really behind, you could just discover 4, see if I can get something good. I mean, that'll trigger the cast spell from exile too. So.
Yeah, you're gonna basically do the baby helix no matter what with that one.
You don't want red to have spells and a lot of open red mana. That's just a bad time for everybody.
What
Yeah, I
this is
mean,
gonna
look at like what Jessica's Will that adds a bunch of red mana. This card just took over the red deck.
Jessica's Will does the exact same thing. I will exile the top cards from your library. I get X amount of red mana, and away we go. Let's have some fun, right?
Mhm.
And then we
Yeah,
do
amazing.
have the reprint for Resplendent Angel, which amazing. I think it needed a reprint. I think it was a super pricey card, if I recall.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember the last time it was reprinted. It's been a long time though. I know that much.
And then we have
We have a new Saheeli.
Yeah. I'm not big on blue red, or is it? So if someone's excited for this one, please. I'll take the Cat Noble next.
Yeah.
All right, so Saheeli, the Sun's Brilliance. It is a blue and a red for a 2/2 legendary creature, human artificer. And it has pay a blue and a red, tap it, create a token that's a copy of another target creature artifact you control, except for it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste, sack it at the end step. So it's kind of like the Planeswalker Saheeli that already existed, except for it's a 2 mana version, and you can pay 2 to get that effect.
Yep.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, it's really nice.
She's making her dinosaur.
Very pretty.
Rar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of the Resplendent Angel, the only printing, or the last printing, was in Core 2019, other than the promo version.
Oh yeah, it's been like 5 or 6 years then.
Yeah. And it's a really good angel. For 3.
I know.
So
yeah, Saheeli's cool. This card, I love this card, so go for it, man.
I love, well, we love cats.
Yes.
So we have Sovereign Okenek. How?
How? Yeah.
I'm just gonna go
ow. Not a wolf. You can't go a woo. Oh my god.
Werewolves of London, right?
2 green and a white legendary creature, Cat Noble. Ward 2. I love Ward. Ward's so fun.
Ward is so good.
Whenever Sovereign Okenek attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than the creature's base power, put a number of +1/+1 counters on that creature equal to that difference. Again, Shalai and Halar. Like, I just keep. There's too many +1/+1 cards now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Corey and I struggled with this at first. We were like to wrap our heads around what this was when we first read this. But yeah, basically this snowballs, like, as long as you have a couple, like, or like say even Elish Norn, which just artificially makes stuff +2/+2. Well, then when this attacks, that stuff gets another +2. And then it snowballs, and then it's +4. And
if you have any other doublers or Herd Scales or
doubling season,
anything.
like it's literally logarithmic if you can snowball this enough.
Oh, you could put in you could put in the green Sapperling Maker. And that once you have City's Blessing, they get +2/+2.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's also a morph card that gives your saplings +1/+1, I believe, when it unmorphs.
Yeah, obviously on one counter deck or modified creature deck, you could just attack and buff
creature
everything.
tokens you control get +1/+1.
Yep.
Yeah,
little anthems.
Intangible Virtue.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
lots of cards that do that. Yep.
Yeah, it's
This
gonna
paired
fit
with
in
all
all
that
the
is gonna be
all
just
those decks plus every cat deck.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is gonna be great in the cat decks that exist as well. So oh my god, this card is
I also really like the artwork.
The art is
He's
amazing.
holding like just a badass like sword.
Is amazing, man. This is like gigantic razor blade thing that he's got in his hand.
Beep 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 beep.
Really cool sword.
There we go. We'll scroll
didn't do
on
it.
down to the next
I
roll.
didn't do it this time. Thank you very much. All right, we got a Demir card here.
Yeah.
We've got Lord of Death. Or is that the bat?
That's the bat, I think. Yeah.
We've got the Ancient One, blue and a black for an 8/8 legendary creature spirit god. With Descend 8, can attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. 2 blue and a black, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, target player mills cards equal to its mana value.
Ooh.
This seems decent.
2 for an 8/8. Just let that sink in.
Yeah.
Why?
And you can just mill your.
It can't attack or block though until you got
right,
but you can also just target yourself to mill as well.
Yeah, you just activate its ability, discard like an 8-drop and target yourself. It's immediately online, or just fling it.
Yeah, you can always fling
8 damage.
Yeah,
2 for 8 damage plus another 1 for fling. Sure. Seems pretty decent. Yeah, this card I foresee being a problem. Very much so. In the right kind of deck. Obviously, you do have to build around at least you have to put a little bit of effort for this to work.
Yeah.
But not much. It's
Not
a lot of it's already there. You just have to get around the Descend 8 thing, and that's not hard to do. Yeah, that card's good.
We don't need new mill commanders though.
Sure we do.
Not at all.
Yeah, we need more mill commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because playing against Nekuzar is so fun. I guess he's not technically mill, but still, it may as well be.
Who wants to be Indiana Jones here? Who wants to grab the jewel?
So we got the Enigma Jewel. It's 1 blue for a legendary artifact that enters tapped. But you can tap for 2 colorless. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. And then it has craft with 4 or more non-land cards with activated abilities, and you have to pay 8 and a blue for that. And so lets you exile this and 4 or more cards from your graveyard or in play as a sorcery speed to transform it into the Locus of Enlightenment, which is a legendary artifact. And it has the activated abilities of all the exiled cards used to craft it. You may activate each of those abilities only once a turn. And whenever you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, you copy it and choose new targets for the copy.
So Voltron to the maximum, baby.
Just activated abilities deck.
Yep. You want those activated abilities, like say something that costs a crap ton to use or something. Well, it just automatically happens for free and twice, because why not?
Can you imagine putting it on Scepter?
Isochron?
Putting it on Mirror the Mirror one that makes a copy of a permanent, but it's an artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could just say like Sensei's Dividing Top, like that's just
there's lots of things that can be broken with this. When you give artifacts,
I think it just could be fun though. Like not like I would probably be looking to use it with like the fun, like where you're just like, what are you trying to do?
I mean,
you
could put your like mana vault on this and mana crypt and stuff just to get around the downsides. No, you could just tap for the mana, even though it won't copy it, but you
mana
still
vault,
can just tap for the mana.
Crypt, the other one that's like 4 Worn Power Stone or whatever the heck it is.
It only has the activated abilities.
Yep.
Yeah. So it won't have
it does
the
it twice. And it does it.
Well, you don't
twice.
copy the mana part. But,
Yeah, the mana abilities don't get copied.
Yeah, that's right.
You
that's
can
right.
still use it as like a better version of your mana rock.
Yeah, it won't bolt you for 3 because you miss your coin flip every turn. Because that's always something that one of our friends jokes about. It's like playing vintage. It's like, well, when Khan's in play, they have Crypt in play. They miss their flip every turn. They're gonna be dead in like 5 turns. And Corey with his Sylvan Library doing 8 to himself every time he plays Commander with his freaking deck.
Woof. That's why I like my Miri's Guile. I'll just look. I'll rearrange. I'm not gonna take that damage.
So that calendar I was talking about, this is it, and it's silly.
Yeah.
We have
I don't know if your calendars are supposed to eject electricity, but all right.
well, that's the fun of it, you know. We have the Millennium Calendar. It costs 1 for a legendary artifact. Whenever you untap one or more permanents during your untap step, put that many time counters on the Millennium Calendar. And then you can pay 2 and tap it, double the number of time counters on the Millennium Calendar. And then when there are 1,000 or more time counters on the Millennium Calendar, sacrifice it, and each opponent loses 1,000 life. It's so silly.
Yeah, you have to basically deck build around this, but I feel like it's not going to be that good
do.
just because like someone will just blow it up when you get close.
Like, is it good? No. Like, you have to make it indestructible somehow or something, or make it so it doesn't leave play.
He has a deck that's all based around skipping his own turn. So I could see him just like sitting here and taking this up while.
Yeah, I mean, one way to try and do it is like there's the Sphinx that gives you another untap step.
Yeah, there's things that give you extra stuff. There's like clock spinning that like gives you more time counters. There's
and all the stuff that like proliferates and doubles counters.
There's you can
just like if you're untapping every turn, like on everybody else's turn, like you can just.
Well, it only triggers on your untap step though.
Yeah, because you have to be the one untapping the permanents.
Yeah. Like it's not just whenever you untap. It'd be easier if that's what it was, but it says during your untap step, which is the
got you.
So that's why I was like, the Sphinx gives you an actual second untap step.
Yeah, so you can do it twice.
But it's still like
there's ways to
it's like challenge accepted deck, right?
Yeah, this is very much a challenge to win with this very silly way to win.
Oh, is that who's up on that ladder? Neil Patrick Harris? Barney, I should say.
Yep. That's what it is.
Imagine doing 1,000 damage to everybody. That just sounds like the best way to win ever. Like it's so funny.
Once I gained 1,000 life, what am I 1,001? Now I don't lose.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't lose then.
I have a pariah on my stuffy doll, and then I'll just target it back to you. Anybody a fungus fan here?
Oh yeah, the fungus card.
He's a fun guy, I swear, guys. We have the Micro Tyrant. 1 black and green legendary creature, Elder Fungus. Lots of writing. Why do I pick these? We got Trample. The Micro Tyrant power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi and or sapperlings. I already like it. At the beginning of your end step, create X11 black fungus creature tokens. With this creature can't block, where X is the number of
times you've descended.
Times you've descended this turn. What's descend? Holy
it's whenever a permanent is put into your graveyard from anywhere.
Oh, okay.
It counts like how many permanent cards are put in the graveyard this
turn. So if a lot of stuff dies, then
so I gotta kill my things to attack.
Yeah, pretty much.
The tokens won't count because they get exiled, so it has to be something else going to the graveyard that's permanent.
So
tokens still hit grave though? Oh, but for the descend?
Yeah, for the descend, it doesn't count because they don't stay in the graveyard.
It has to be in your graveyard. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like tokens do hit your yard, but then they're gone.
Yeah.
So Ashnod's Altar, anybody?
Phyrexian altar, yeah, I'm
Like,
just like, yeah,
hello?
everything.
It's just because massive.
All of the sacrifice.
Yeah. And then you just make a ton of things, and then you make more things, and then you make a ton more things, and then you get like 15 billion mana, and then I don't know, you probably win the game somehow. I mean, when you
Yeah.
that's the thing about mana is the possibilities are endless. You can do
And
whatever you
if
want.
you already have like a Slimefoot or a what is it, Gave or Gave deck, you can. This would be good in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or actually, even any of the Devour ones.
Oh yeah.
That could be good.
Unfortunately, it's not the colors from my Devour deck, but it would be really good in it if it was. Yeah, this card has lots of potential for sure.
We are just about to finish the mythics. We're not even into the rares yet.
Yeah, we're trying. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But we've talked about a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards that have stopped and had us talking. So like I'm looking forward to a lot of these cards actually. We haven't even gotten to like my dinosaurs yet, and I'm actually quite excited for that elder fungus.
Yeah, fungus
that
is really
cat.
good. That cat's really good too.
Yeah, the cat is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. So we got this lovely Nexus down here.
Yeah, it's 6 green for a legendary artifact. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with base power and toughness, each equal to the total power of those creatures. And you can pay 2 and tap this to double target creature's power until end of turn.
So they basically did not learn their lesson with Great Henge with the whole X less thing. You're gonna make this.
I'm gonna pay 2.
You're gonna pay 2 and put it into play because that's gonna happen. And then this is just really good.
So they made a card to cheat out Fungosaurus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you can
play
make the power
this
double
in your fungi deck or in your dinosaur deck because it makes them both.
Mm-hmm.
We were going through like old cards. I was like Fungosaurus. I was like, this is amazing.
Back to like,
when we were doing our Brood It live, that's where it was. We're like, oh, we should just add this in because it's a dinosaur.
yeah, good stuff. Good
and
stuff.
then we got Hunky Vito here, who wants to take this guy.
Yeah, I'll take him. Or I'll go for it.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Vito, fanatic of the Bat Dude. He's 2 and Orzhov or white and black for a 4/4 legendary vampire demon creature with flying. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, each opponent loses 2 life. If it's the third time, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. So basically Omnath, but for life.
Yeah,
it does
if
more.
If you have any sort of aristocrat deck and like Ashnod's Altar or something, you could trigger this 3 times easily.
Sorry, not life sacrifice.
But if you also have the black Praetor like guy that goes along with it, it will double death triggers. There's the other double death triggers card too. So even if you have them in there, because I think getting in aristocrats, I already have something on trigger with that life gain.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I'm also going to have something that's going to trigger with when each of my opponent loses 2 life. So if I can get multiple triggers of each of those triggers, that to me would be fun.
And then if you hit it a third time, you get a token to replace the token you're sacrificing.
And I get I get 3.
Yeah.
If I have both of those doubles out, I would get 3 or 6.
Also, you can just sacrifice treasures too.
Yeah.
Just permanent. Doesn't even have to be creatures.
Any permanent.
Yeah.
And then of course you have again like an altar in play or something like that. Well,
yeah, I mean
there you go.
This is funny because you'll gain 2 life off your fetch lands, so you get fetch lands turn into gain 1 life.
I want to crack my fetch land and gain 1. It's so silly.
A real payoff here. I like it.
They turn your fetch land into what was like the ones that like you gain a life when they come into play, basically, that are double lands.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I like
so
it.
funny.
And he is flying.
Yeah, and he's playing. He's 4/4, like well statted, of course, and does a ton of stuff. So
he's a vampire demon. Not even just a vampire anymore.
Yeah, he's very edgy now. You know, he listened to a little bit too much of My Chemical Romance, and now he's just super edgy.
Well, I mean, he's a demon. You could put him into play with Kalia, right? There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You take it the cloud guy?
Yeah. Unless you'd like it.
He's pretty good.
Please take this blue white guy away.
Moving on into the rares, we've got Abelo, Ancestral Echo, 1 white and a blue for a 2/2 legendary creature spirit with flying and ward 2. You can pay 1 white and blue, exile another target creature or artifact you control, and return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step.
Brago,
anybody?
Yeah. Yes. Flicker deck.
Let's cloud shifter stuff every turn.
Basically, when you like read his name, Ancestral Echo, all I heard was Abuelio. Every time I cast it, I would do it.
Yeah, this does a lot of stuff. Not only does he basically protect himself with the word 2, then he makes ETB stuff really good.
The artifacts.
Yep.
And then you can just sit there and put mana into it.
And you don't have to tap it. You can do it as many times as you want.
You could just leave it up too in case they try and like kill your creature, and you're just like, oh well, I'm going to flicker it.
I'll flicker it.
Doesn't come back till the end step. So.
And then if someone goes board wipe, I'll just phase. I'll basically bounce all my creatures out of the.
It's the flicker wisp flicker. I'm pretty sure or flicker wisp the one that does it immediately. I can't remember anymore. It's been too long.
Flicker wisp.
I would replace.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the other one then. Yeah.
I would replace Brago with this guy.
Yeah. Honestly.
Could.
Because Brago you have to attack.
Yeah.
And he costs 4.
Whereas
but you do have to have 3 mana open.
You gotta have mana open. But in blue, come on. You probably have Omniscience out at some point. You can just do it for free.
With white, you can flicker a lot of those land guys. So if someone is ramping, there is the one that lets you go and fetch X lands, where the X is the difference between what you have and what the highest person has, and then everybody goes and fetches that much besides the highest.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could also flicker your like monolith and your
I call my Elish Norn group hug deck. Mono white bounce that just fetches lands. It's funny.
Group hug.
Yeah. But then, of course, the other thing about blue is you just have Deadeye Navigator paired with Peregrine Drake, and then you just have the mana. So I mean, you don't care. You can do it as many times as you want to.
Oh, see, I don't. I never try to go that like the infinite combo routes. But that's just me. I'm not saying it's bad to do it.
I usually don't either, to be fair. But that combo is in my Brago deck. So if it does come up, it comes up. But yeah.
So we have Abelio's Awakening. X. Wow, that's a lot of mana. X3 and a white sorcery. Return target artifact or non-aura enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with X additional. Wow. +1/+1 counters on it. It's X.
It's a 1/1.
Oh, it's a 1/1 spirit creature with flying in addition. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so I feel like most of the time you're just going to play this for 4 and X.
You just play for 4.
But
yeah, you don't have to pay the X is just like, oh, I have extra mana. Well, let's pump it, I guess.
Pump it up.
But it's nice you can get an artifact or an enchantment with it in the play.
Like, is it amazing? Nah. There's other cards that do it for cheaper. But, it's just another way to do it, basically. To bring stuff back. And it turns it into a creature in addition. So you also, can attack with it, I guess.
They blow up my that's actually pretty good. If they blow up one of my protection enchantments, I just bring it back again.
Yeah.
So that's also
or if you played like a big cost artifact and they blew it up, you could bring it back too.
Yeah, something.
Mana portal or something.
Orange hammer.
Yeah.
Get your privileged position back.
Yeah, exactly. That would be nice.
That's what I was thinking. Privileged position or greater Oromancy, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things like that are. This would work very well with.
Who's first among our equals here?
We got Ockle Packle first among equals. I probably
Something
butchered
like
the name, but Ockle Packle, right? Yeah.
Ockle Packle.
2 in a blue for a 1/5 legendary creature human advisor. The beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in your hand and the other in the graveyard.
Some of these names, I love them.
Yeah, I know. They're kind of funny.
I think it's okay. I mean, if you have a way to flash in artifacts, I guess you get to what does that anticipate or whatever, every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1/5, really good blocker.
Yeah, it's got a big butt, so you can't bolt them.
She sits there the entire time.
It's like, oh, you bolt me? That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, she's sitting in a chair if you have the chair tribal deck.
Yeah, true.
Chair tribal.
That's funny. One of our other friends that host, Sherbet, he has his book tribal. Everything has to have a scroll or a piece of paper or something in it.
Well, this one has a scepter, so there's that. There's a lot of things that have scepters in it in Magic. Well, speaking of, we got this very nerdy-looking lady over here. I guess Amalia Bienvenidos may as well be. Benevides Agire? Yeah, sure. She's Orzhov. For a 2/2 legendary creature, vampire scout. Ward, you gotta pay 3 life. So yeah, that's cute. Bolt yourself. Whenever you gain life, Amalia Benevides Agira explores. Then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I doubt that part's gonna happen very often. But I mean,
that's just silly.
The ramp in black-white is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exploring
or you hit a land, you get
Orzhov is awesome because white black doesn't have a lot of ways to do that. So yeah.
Where's the staple? Only do this once.
Yep.
Why have they limited so many other cards and then they sit here with this?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You just gotta play Orzhov.
Don't worry about that little guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Aristocrats decks already gain a life all the time, just here and there. So now we'll just get exploring.
It's only 2/2, but heaven forbid you want to kill her, you better pay 3. Which is really, I think that's hilarious personally. Yeah, it's a decent little card. She does some work, and then and if you do manage to make her power 20, then you wipe the board, I guess. But no one's probably gonna do that.
All right, I guess I got the weird one here. Adim Pakol, 1000th moon. 1 red, white, legendary creature, human soldier. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures?
Yep. Yeah, there's gnomes in the set.
Pardon, put X +1/+1 counters on an Impeckle. Then create X11. So
But a +1/+1 counter, then create X11s.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 +1/+1. And then create a gnome artifact creature token that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on an Impeckle. All right, so they make the gnomes. Okay.
Yeah.
So just gnomes.
There are other things that do in this set as well. This is not the only one.
Yeah.
But yes.
What happened to dinosaurs, merfolk, vampire, conquistador?
Oh, we got gnomes now.
Now we got gnomes, man.
But this card is actually really good. It's kind of like Ixalan, where whenever you attack, you get an attacking creature. with it.
And
Except
this
for
one
this.
gets bigger over time.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
gets bigger. So like you get 1, then you get 2, then you get 3, then you get
This
4.
could go into what's her face? The Nagila.
It's like a strictly better like Hero of Bladehold, basically. Like
Would
Hero
this go
just
into
puts
Nagila
two
too?
things into play.
Is it warriors or soldiers that she cares about, or is it just humans?
It's a human soldier, so
yeah, Nagila, the CDH warrior soldier person.
That's warrior, I think.
Warrior, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was soldiers for some reason. I was like, this would be fantastic for that one because all I know they do is attack.
Yeah, this card snowballs hard, so it's
Yeah,
pretty,
and it's just equal to counters on it. So if you put counters on it a different way, like you could get it really big the first time.
Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna have to make it just to make gnomes. Fear my gnome army.
The gnome
army of just machines.
You got to put Gimli in there. You'd be like, and take my axe.
You gotta fling Gimli and be like, I never could. Nah, don't tell the elf.
Speaking of silly stuff, how about this gigantic tortoise?
I love it. I love the shells, the shells, the temple.
Yeah, it's literally the temple. He's just got a big butt.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bedrock Tortoise is 3 and a green for a 0/6. He don't care. Turtle creature. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have hexproof. Yeah, I like turtles. As long as your turn, your stuff has, or your creatures have hexproof, and then each creature you control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. So he actually attacks for 6, even though he's a 0/6. And then so is the other stuff.
That's solid.
So you got like a 3/12 tree folk. Well, it deals 12 damage. But the other good thing too is that if you have stuff that actually, because there are some strange cards that have like higher power than toughness, it's not a downside though, because only if the toughness is greater.
Mm-hmm.
Many temples have strong foundations. Few are also wise.
Yeah, we got a wise temple.
This card's just really cool. And it is actually, if you have the right kind of deck, it's actually pretty good.
I love that they gave the turtle a crown too.
Yeah, he's very kingly.
He's a distinguished gentleman.
Very distinguished, yes. He's probably lived for like 2 millenniums or something like that, knowing how turtles are.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have to fear any enemies when you live in a cave. Well, I guess the bat's there.
I mean, and the temple looks like the one that's like the blue god is on. So like, there you go.
Maybe it just basks in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like this card a lot. And obviously you have to have the right kind of deck for it to really work right. But if you do, it's pretty good.
Next one we've got here is Braided Net, 2 and a blue for an artifact. Enters the battlefield with 3 net counters on it. You can tap it to remove a net counter from it and tap another target non-land permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated for as long as it remains tapped. And then you can craft with artifact for 1 and a blue. And that's not going to get pronounced correctly.
Braided Quipu?
Yeah, something like that.
Braided Quipu. It's an artifact, 3 and a blue, and tap it. Draw a card for each artifact you control, then put Braided Quipu onto its owner's library, 3rd from the top.
It must be a Quipu. Must be some sort of dress from the looks.
Yeah,
of it.
it's like a headdress or something, or maybe it's just
head.
Or sorry, not headdress. I guess it's this braided stuff, whatever. Yeah. It is.
So you can lock 3 things down, craft it into something, draw a bunch of cards,
and then
put it back in your deck.
Do it again. Do it again, and then you do it again.
Blue likes to do though repeatability.
Yep. Blue loves that. And then 3rd from the top. Well, if you have top in play, you can put it right back on top if you want to, and then immediately draw it. This can be a very dirty card, honestly.
And then we have Brass Tunnel Grinder.
Yep. We sure
Two.
do.
2 and a red. I don't know why I picked the ones with all these writing on it, but okay. When Brass Tunnel Grinder enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards. Then draw that many cards +1. Okay, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it so far. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a boar counter onto the tunnel grinder. Then, if there are 3 or more boar counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. Okay, I got through it with no mistakes.
Hey.
Then we got Teculatlan, the Searing Rift, and that might only be because I've played so much Civilization. Aztecs, number 1.
Yes.
So we tap it to add 1 red, and then whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by Teculatlan, the Searing Rift, discover X, where X is the spell's mana value.
I will also put in this is a cave land as well, which is a new thing in this set.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, there's a few cards that do
There-
stuff with caves.
And there are some synergies in this set that have to do with caves.
I do
This
like
is
it that
pretty good.
basically the boar dug into an old tomb or
Yeah.
old like I like it. I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Flavor's
so
really
far
cool.
I'm liking the flavor.
Yeah, they really knocked the flavor out with this
It
set.
does take like 3 turns to flip it, but once you do, this thing seems very, very good.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So,
Oh,
You
what
just-
you
you
could
basi-
also
You just have
if you-
infinite cascade on everything pretty much.
well, once a turn, but yeah.
Or yeah, sorry, once a turn. But yeah.
Oh, there's that staple again.
Yeah. Because you have to, well, if you have a way to untap it, then you can do it more than once. But
Is
yeah.
Breaches a reprint?
I feel like it is, but it could be different. Could be a different breach.
Not this version, no.
Not this version? All right.
Okay.
All right.
So
who
yeah,
wants the
breaches the
Goblin
Eager
Pirate.
Soldier. 2 and a red for a 3/3 pirate. With first strike, whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Create a treasure. Pirate creature can't block. Exile top card library. You can play it this turn. So we attack
I
a
like
3
all
pirate.
of those abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Impulse
yeah.
draw,
3
mana,
pirates, you get them all.
or target creature can't block. Like this is amazing in aggro because aggro wants all of these. Every
Yeah.
single one. Mana to burn you more. You know, if they have a blocker, you make them so they can't block, and you swing them with your stuff, and then impulse draw. Yeah,
I'll
really
do
good.
right now. The card below Breaches. If I saw it, terrifying.
It is
Absolutely
terrifying.
Once we get to it, but
This is a really good card.
Mhm.
I like seeing more pirates.
Mhm.
I want to see more love for tribes that don't have synergies.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah,
right now.
and they keep coming back with so much stuff for elves, humans, like
Oh,
all
I
of
know.
these
It's like,
great
do we
things.
really need more?
Yeah, like please, like spikes, worms, sapperlings, cavus,
Oh,
like
Kavus. Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's old.
yeah, like you have all these creature types. Like let's show them some love. Like bring them back. Like
Mhm.
I would love to have a cavu deck. That's like a
Yeah,
a
that's one of the
dinosaur
oldest ones,
dragon
like, in
without wings or a long tail.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Like dog dragons. Just let's
Lovely.
get back on the topic here. Bringer
Yeah.
of the last
This
gift.
lovely, very very scary looking bringer.
I don't think I would want a gift from this guy.
No,
I'll
I don't
be
think I would
honest.
either. Seems pretty tainted.
Who hasn't read one yet?
I guess I can do it.
All right, take it away.
Bringer of the last gift. 6 black, so 8 total. That's a lot. For a 6/6, vampire demon creature with flying. When Bringer of the Last Gift enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from the graveyard that weren't put there this way to the battlefield. So this is an interesting card. I'm not sure how actually good this is though, and it's very expensive.
Yeah, as someone who plays black, I feel like if you in it for that effect, there's a lot of cheaper cards that do the same thing, like for like 5 mana versus paying 8.
Yeah.
But if you want a duplicate of that effect and your goal is to have more creatures in the graveyard than your opponents when you play it,
Yeah.
so.
You really,
It
takes a lot of setup as well.
Yeah. I really had to like lean in there to actually see what the art looked like. I thought it was like a big purple guy, and the red part was like his face. Well, that's a bat. There's a bat in there.
Yep.
Bat reassembling a dinosaur, it looks like.
Yeah, it's like some dinosaur bones.
I
Like-
will be a stronger form.
It's a vampire demon, though, not a bat.
Yeah.
This isn't even my final form.
This is
now,
cool.
now
It's
the
a cool
video can
card,
see the artwork.
It's a cool card, but I don't know how good it is though. Unfortunately, I feel like this one was priced a little too high, and it's just too niche for it to really be played well.
See this right here, Corpse of the Lost, Skeleton Love.
Yep, Skellies. Who wants
Yeah,
Skellies?
yeah. Finally, like that's another like little bonus to like maybe I can do a skeleton deck, but I don't think there's enough skeletons.
I want
this
to.
is going
After I saw this, I
in my
wanted
Halloween deck.
Yeah, this is a good card though for it. So if someone wants to take this one away,
What's that song? Something skeletons.
oh, spooky, scary.
Yeah, there we go.
And that's enough for no DMCA. Okay.
Corpse of the Lost. It's 2 and a black. It's enchantment. Skeletons you control get +1/+0 and have haste. See, amazing.
Really good. Yeah.
But the only way to really say like get like the bonus of this is to have like Maskwood Nexus, like a way of making all of my creatures a creature type. So when Corpse of the Lost enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black skeleton pirate creature token. Amazing. All right. So now we can do pirate stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return Corpse of the Lost to its owner's hand.
Yeah, so you can keep replaying it for the skeleton token.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And it's only 3, so it's not bad. Yeah.
And the artwork looks cool. They definitely
cool
stepped
card.
into a
and your
trap.
skeleton is a 3/2 with haste. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the more that you actually can roulette it, or not roulette, but over and over again.
Bouncing it, flickering it.
Mhm.
Yeah, this can be very, very good. But especially if you have a way to synergize with it.
Urok, he does ETB stuff.
Yarok,
Oh,
yeah.
Yarok,
Yarok,
yeah, you get it twice.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yep. Yep. This would be a decent card with that.
Double skeletons. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, you could probably get enough out of black. Was it black, blue, green?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could probably get enough Descend stuff for some
sure.
good ETB.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to do at all. Yeah, this is a pretty decent card, honestly. Like it does some work. If you have the
it's pretty good, on its own, and
I'm gonna
if
say
there is enough
right
skeletons,
now,
you can
they
play
did
it.
not need to print the last card on this row. In no way did that card need to be printed.
We'll get to that.
Put my foot down. Just
All right, who wants to take the spooky head?
Easter Island head.
Boy.
I'll take it.
Hey, dum dum, bring me gum gum.
Yeah, we got Cosmium Confluence, 4 and a green sorcery. You can choose 3. Choose the same mode more than once if you'd like. Search your library for a cave card, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
Ooh.
Put 3 +1/+1 counters on a cave you control. It becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste that is still a land, and destroy target enchantment.
I don't like that last part.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is cool.
Yeah, you do have to have caves though, which I think there's only like there's 10 common and uncommon ones, and then there's however many rare ones. So
like there's that one that the drill bore turns into.
Yeah, so
and there's a couple other ones we're gonna see later. So they're very much diving deep into this synergy. I just don't know how much of it there is for this to be worth it.
So what I'm getting from this is for 5 mana, you can destroy 3 of Brian's enchantments.
Yep. That's going to be the most chosen mode until caves are more supported, I feel.
Which, just play, at that point, just play Aura Shards. It's better for 3, and you can do it as many times as you want. Like,
or the
all
3. Isn't there a 3 mana destroy all enchantments? Like so.
Yeah. Like Tranquility is technically better. You know, if you really want to destroy everything. I'm sorry.
Gotta go to my safe place.
Sorry, enchantment players.
Yeah. I do want to see like caves getting more involved in Magic than I can say, oh yeah, this is a good card. But right now, I don't know.
I think like Magic could really lean into caves, gorges, ravines, like
oh yeah, they have so much stuff like
land, like valleys, like you can like there's so much different stuff that I could think that you could do with it. Like crevices, crevasses, like that's
yeah, I'm interested in seeing where this is gonna go, but right now it doesn't have enough support to really be, especially for 5. Like it's too much.
Well, there's a cave directly below it.
Yeah, like there are some, but there's not a ton.
Like I said, I think there's like maybe like 12 or 13 total caves.
Yeah, it's not enough for it to be like really well supported. So here's that spooky card.
Yeah, please take my new nightmare.
The Deep Fathom Echo, 2 green and a blue for a 4/4 Merfolk spirit. At the beginning of combat on your turn, it explores, and then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control until the end of turn.
Like ghosts are one thing, but then ghosts underwater are just
thalassophobia. Anybody?
It's a Merfolk spirit.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't need no underwater ghosts. Like I'm good. This is like an episode of X-Files, I swear.
So it ramps you, and you can turn it into your best creature for a turn.
Yeah, like it's okay. There's way better cloning effects in this, though. Honestly,
but then you pair it with the next card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this like what I think Slothy hasn't read a card yet. Or no, did you read the blow up my card?
I read the blow up your card.
I will angrily take this one. We got Deep Root Pilgrimage, 1 and a blue. Like the CMC on this is dumb. And Merfolk did not need the love to their tribe with this garbage powerful card. Whenever one or more non-token Merfolks you control become tapped, create a 1/1 blue. Oh, I thought it entered the battlefield. Never mind. But tapping still with
it's still good. Yeah.
with what is it? Kamena? The tap, like
if you have a tap ability.
Yeah, like it's just really I just thought this was too strong to. Sorry, cards are flipping on my screen on their own. So just wondering what's going on here.
Make a Merfolk with hexproof when you tap.
Yeah, with hexproof, because if it wasn't bad enough having tokens, they also can't be targeted.
You'll get 1 by attacking with your Merfolks, and then if you have any tap abilities, you can get more.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, really good. Like we were just talking about how skeletons, pirates, all these other tribes don't have much love. Then they're like, oh, Merfolk. Well, let's make this because why not? It's like, come on.
Constantly,
Merfolk's literally a legacy deck. They don't need more help.
Yeah, they constantly just give more and more powerful cards to like these really strong tribes, and they don't need it. Like
they really don't. Yeah.
Get out of here. It's just
yet another win more card for Merfolk. Oh, good.
It's like the Brian's MTG pet peeve. Stop giving love to the stuff that's already loved. It's like, oh, you're my favorite child. Here you go. Oh, you? Here's a crumb. They did, like I saw that and I was like, all right, like my friend Dustin, he has this Merfolk deck already that has Kumena with all the abilities to tap and do stuff. And I'm just like, you're getting more merfolk and you're just, I'm just like, it just seems bonkers to me. I'm getting more of a payoff to wait and tap my merfolks to trigger abilities to get more merfolk.
Yep.
To do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you technically the non-tokens can't trigger the pilgrimage, but they can trigger the commander because you can tap it for the other ability, but you can't tap them if they had their own ability.
Yeah.
Like it blew my mind.
It is non-token. That is true.
Yeah.
But it's not hard to build around this at all. This is zero effort whatsoever. You will get huge
You have a
payouts.
merfolk deck.
Man, now I know how like Dan feels. Like this rant feels great. I got this off of my chest.
Poor Dan's not here to
no, yeah. My rant aside, please. Someone else take this next card.
All right,
we'll
take
move
the
on
big.
for that.
I'll take the big flail here. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this equipment, so we'll get into that. But I think this half really, really good. It is red for an artifact that's an equipment. It has equip 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Honestly, pretty dang good. Like this is not bad. It also has craft with artifact for 3 red. So you exile another artifact, pay 5. You can transform this into the dire blunderbuss. Equipped creature gets +3/+0, and also has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice an artifact other than this. When you do, this creature deals combat damage equal to its power to target creature, and it also has equip 1. So that I'm not sure if that's worth it. It's a sick like card and whatnot. I personally would just use the flail.
Yeah, the
I do like the idea of crafting with other artifacts, like improvising and making a better weapon. Like I think that's cool. But some of the abilities are a hit and miss. Like
the blunderbuss is really cool and whatnot, but I think it's unfortunately a miss though. Like it's just not worth it.
You have to pay 5, exile
and then
another
sack
artifact,
something else. Hopefully you just sack something you don't care
an
about.
artifact just to trigger it. Like so, you need a lot of extra artifacts laying around.
Like sure, if you have like,
but I guess if you have what's the one that makes the rocks,
like or like ornithopters, yeah, like ornithopters you don't care, or thopter tokens you don't care about, then sure, you know. But the flail itself, I think, is pretty good. Like +2/+0 for 1. Like, not bad. Like when Corey and I were like when Corey and I were talking about like this set, like Nodashi was like back in Kamigawa was like a staple equipment forever, and that wasn't even as good as this.
I absolutely hated Kamigawa. That's like when I first stopped playing. I was like, I can't deal with these flippy cards.
The flippy cards. Yeah, those were weird.
Well, I was young and dumb, and I'm like, I don't like change. This newfangled technology.
Yeah. I feel like, the flail is very good for aggro. Yeah. I don't feel like the blunderbuss is going to see much play, unfortunately, though.
I mean, it is like
we
if
say
you
that
have
now,
enough,
though.
you can do it.
We say that now, and
we
then,
do say that now. It does basically give
who knows, maybe 3 years down the road they'll print something that just breaks it all.
Yeah. It does basically give you a way to fling your creature, which is pretty nice. So I'm sure you can play into that as well. But it needs to be built around for it to be really good.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
All right, so we got our cave land.
Who wants to take the environment of my nightmares?
Very, very what's the word? Liminal.
It's the Echoing Deeps. It is a cave land. When it enters the battlefield, it comes in tapped and has a copy of any land card in a graveyard except for it's a cave in addition to its other types. It also has tap for a colorless.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you can blow up your opponent's cradle and then play this and copy their cradle.
Now you have a cradle because why not?
I like that, actually.
Yeah, it's a good land. It's really, really good. Honestly, cave synergy aside, which we were talking about that earlier, this by itself is very good. It does a lot. Copying lands always is good.
Yeah, especially
this can copy any land. It doesn't even have to be yours.
The good lands are going to get destroyed right away by something. So
yeah,
you'll be able to copy whatever's good in the graveyard.
Yeah, it's
the still silent waters reflect what was, not what is. Some philosophy stuff on here.
Yeah, it's very deep in the mind, you know.
I'm trying to see.
You say this out like in real life, and someone's like, "Wow, that was really deep. Like, did you come up with it?" Nah, magic.
I'm trying to look at the artwork. Is that like a dinosaur staring into the?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like a raptor or something.
He's like, "This isn't where I parked my car."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I definitely took a wrong turn here.
Took a long turn back in like the Jurassic period, man.
Then anyone excited for this one? I love the name with the second to last card, but
it's yeah, that card is we'll get to that.
Yeah. So we got Fabrication Foundry, 1 and a white artifact. Tap to add 1 white mana. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact source. Instantly, this is going to be going into Prince of Krug. Being able to double or create copies of artifacts are always good.
Yeah.
But let's read what the second part does here. So tap 2 and a white to tap and exile 1 or more other artifacts you control with total mana value X. Return target artifact card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, only activate as a sorcery. I don't think I would. The second part would be a payoff.
No, I mean, so the first part's a mana rock, and the second part is some good artifact of yours got destroyed. You can bring it back by getting rid of this.
Which, I mean, most artifact decks, like if you have like, there's like Thopter Factory and whatnot, like makes a bunch of things that are literally just made to be fodder. So like you definitely can, and it's just a good way for security, basically. But the mana rock part of it is pretty nice, I think.
All right.
So yeah, now we have this card.
Someone better say this aggressively.
Yeah. So we have Get Lost. Just 1 and a white for an instant. Destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens.
These are new.
Yeah, new thing. So those are they're artifacts with you can pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice. Target creature you control explores, activate only as a sorcery.
Yeah, so pretty good removal. Like
it's like really almost like a
explore
better like Path, because like Path they get a land immediately into play, whereas this they have to pay mana twice to explore, and they might not even hit anything, So
yeah. Plus, I can live out my inner Clint Eastwood and be like, "Get lost,
get lost,
get off my lawn."
Yeah, this is.
I don't want your Girl Guy cookies.
Get your Thin Mints out of here. It's just a really good removal spell, honestly. The downside is not that bad. And you remove their good planeswalker, and also if it targets planeswalkers too, which is also very good. Not all of them do that.
And enchantments.
And enchantments, also very good. Yes. So
we did get a reprint.
Yeah.
Of the Growing Rights of the Itlimoc. I'm not a fan of the artwork. I like it. I like the card, but I'm not the artwork is weird. It's
I like that.
It's like a mushroom seance.
Yeah, I had someone play this against me in the early access, and I didn't realize it was a reprint because of the artwork was different. And I was like, "Wait, what is that?" And I'm like, "Oh,
it is a mushroom seance. We are chanting to our roots."
Literally. Yep, that's a good card, obviously, because of what it turns into. Another cradle. Sure. This again, amazing flavor right here. More pirate stuff, basically. Or I guess pirate / like mining.
Mm-hmm.
Ho, hi ho, we're off to work we go. We hit the mother load. Doo, 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 doo. So I guess I said the name. We got 4 because I was really wanting the next one, guys. Let's be honest. We got the dinosaur there, but I'll take this one. We hit the mother load. We got 4 and 3 red. The sorcery. We discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is less than 10, create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the difference.
Yep. So that's really good because you're discovering for more than what this is worth, and then you're also refunded the difference. So that's pretty nice.
7 mana
Even
for
if you
10
hit a
tokens.
1.
Yeah, even if you hit a 1, you get a crap ton of treasure tokens.
Yeah.
So then you can spend it on something else.
Please take the prettiest boy here.
I would love to. I got Hulking Raptor, 2 double green for a 5/3 dinosaur. It's got Ward 2, and at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add green.
Yeah, this is really good.
Mhm.
It's just
Like
there's just
that.
no way around it.
It's good.
That's so nice just to be able to add some extra mana. Big, nice, like defender. The CMC cost is 4. So it's 4 for a 5/3 with Ward 2 and free mana.
Yeah. So
your pre-combat.
in two turns, he basically refunds his CMC. He's like, okay, I'm free now. And Ward 2 is great. Hard
really
to deal
good
with.
Dinosaur.
You wanna bolt him, you gotta pay 5 or no. Yeah. 3. Yeah, you gotta pay 3. It's like a normal human being. When I deal 3
watched
damage,
him
pay
rip.
up, baby.
I watched him rip a Phyrexian Dreadnought in half once. A few vampires will barely slow him down. I love the crest work on it.
For a second, I didn't realize you were reading the flavor text. And I'm like, wait, who would rip the card Friction Dreadnought? It's a cool card.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, the frills are incredible. Like the art in this is amazing. This is
it's very well done.
Yeah. Who was that? Okay, sorry, I cannot pronounce his name, but him, he did a good job.
Nestor Osadon Leal.
Yeah, that's the artist. Good job. Good art. Very, very good art.
Oh, I thought we were talking about like the next card. I was like, Inti? I was like, that's pretty easy.
We can, how about the Dinosaur Rider? This is a pretty sick card too.
I wish Catalogs and Dinosaurs would be my dream world.
I guess I'll do it since I haven't done it in a little bit. We got Inti Senskull of the Sun. It is 1 and a red for a 2/2 legendary human knight creature. Legendary human knight creature. Ugh. When you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample at the end of turn. When you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next turn.
That's
so you got
cool.
the pumping and you got the impulse draw. Very nice.
Yeah, that I could see some really cool decks being brewed around that.
Yeah. This card
probably
is
not a deck I'd like to see hitting me, but just because it has the attack.
He's riding a dinosaur, so
it's so cool. Again, flavor, man.
Awesome card.
It's really cheap and it does a lot. Like this does a ton of work. So that's a good card.
All right. We've been going for almost thank you for the people who have been sticking through with us. We've been going for roughly about almost 2 hours now. My recording was going a little bit longer than Daniel's, so about an hour and a half. So we'll do a couple more rows here, and then we'll call it a day. I'm really enjoying this set. We haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park cards. I think they're probably mainly in the commander decks. I'm going to assume.
Yes, I believe they are.
But that's what
they might be. I think they're listed as a separate sheet too, versus in the main set.
Okay. But I'm just, with the set, I'm still quite I guess looking through. We got the mythics, we got a good chunk of the rare so far. How what are your guys' thoughts on the set so far?
This set is incredible. I think I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, it has a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be putting into decks or building decks out of.
And the thing about like Ixalan last time, it was all about like the big dinosaurs, the big creatures. Like this is like a little bit of everything in this set. Like lots of love to lots of different tribes all
lots
at once.
Lots of vampires, lots of pirates, lots of merfolk.
Yep. Along with some dinosaurs, like we would expect from this set. Like,
I think I'm seeing a lot more humans than what we saw in the previous one. I think it was mainly merfolks, vampires, dinosaurs. Those are the primaries, I guess I should say. But like the one thing that I did see as a odd man out, the Quintorius, because that's Strixhaven.
Yeah.
So I did find it weird seeing him on Ixalan. But Daniel did explain that a little bit.
It would make sense for his character to come to Ixalan as well.
Yeah. Plus, like with the story arc now, right? There's like ripples everywhere, so anybody can just go to any plane.
Anyone's able to planeswalk basically with the lore now, which is very, very interesting.
It can open up the storyline, which I think's cool. But I just was like, oh, interesting. What's he doing here? Not knowing, like, I hate reading. I'm gonna be honest, but I play this card game, which is weird. But
basically forces you to.
Yeah, right. This is where I learn my English skills.
It's hilarious.
You get your reading skills from reading the Magic cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We always joke. We have a saying RTFC, and we obviously can't say the F in this
no
podcast. But read the card. You know, so that happens a lot.
But like so far I've really enjoyed the cards. There's lots of really cool legendary commanders so far that I think will allow some really unique build mechanics. So like so far I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on some of the set. Unfortunately,
me too.
my car set me back, so I gotta wait another paycheck or two to actually get. Yeah.
Car trouble's the worst, man.
Right? At least it functions though.
Well,
There's also some
I will say that mine also functions
too.
Yes, there's some very good reprints as well.
Splendid Angel. Had no idea. Like I said, that was
like
Cavern.
$30 card.
Cavern's a great card.
Up there,
and Cavern did just get reprinted too.
Yeah.
It did just get reprinted in the Lord of the Rings set as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it did. So now it's standard.
Ooh,
it was not standard in Lord of the Rings. It is officially standard now. So that's gonna be interesting. You counter magic decks. Can you tell I don't play blue? Yeah, I don't very often. Counter magic usually irritates the crap out of me.
Anything that slows the game down in my mind. I've stopped running like most board wipes and stuff like that. Most of the time it's just single target removal.
Yeah.
There are some times though that I would love a board wipe.
Yeah, we were playing against our friend. Our friend made a deep sea creatures deck. A board wipe was very much needed in that game.
Just the new is it the black blue cephalopod lady?
No, it's the green blue Kiora.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that puts them in for free basically.
He has a card in there that is an 8/8 and it has Ward 8. Why do they make that card? Why?
I didn't even notice that they gave us another mana dork here.
Yeah,
I didn't see this one.
You want to go for it?
Yeah, we got Intrepid Paleontologist, 1 and a green. Have you noticed that there's always in some of these cards the weird pink or purple stuff that's been floating around?
Yeah, there has been a lot of the accent colors in this.
Right? Yeah. So we got this human druid, 1 and a green. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Pay 2, exile target card from a graveyard. Good graveyard removal is great. And I like I don't like a blanketed stuff, so a target is great for me. And then
it's not just a relic.
Yeah. You may cast dinosaur creature spells from among cards you own exiled with Intrepid Paleontologist. If you cast a spell this way, that creature enters the battlefield with a finality counter on it. If a creature with a finality counter on it would die, exile it instead.
Yep.
If you could pair this up with what is it? Solemnity, so counters don't go on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just constant recursion of creatures.
Forever.
I mean, this is good just like as a mana dork that can add any color. It's good because it can
that by itself
turn off graveyard decks by exiling cards, but it's also good in a dinosaur deck because you can recast your dinosaurs.
You also have a payoff if you do it to yourself. So yeah,
some of these cards they really just go like, what else can we staple on this?
Yeah, let's just make a card that's good in every deck and even better in one deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good card. I mean, yeah, just the Mana Dark alone is really good. In any kind of multicolored deck.
No, I think like a lot of these cards, like I'm really excited to really once the set gets out into people's hands and seeing what people are going to come up with. Like I play here with Slothy and Dan builds like a maniac. He plays a lot of cards, a lot of cards that I just never typically see. And
he was talking about all sorts of stuff when we were doing the Doctor Who review. So
yeah, and
got a taste of that there.
Then my friends Dustin and Jesse and them play a lot of degenerate kind of just fun stuff. And like we have our own home rule life, so we start at 60 life total, so we could like to see our games go a little bit longer. So you see some of those really dumb interactions, and so reading some of these cards and you're just like, whoa, like what's someone going to do with this? So I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a really fun set. Like there's probably tons of other rares and stuff, like excellent cards that we haven't even seen yet, because they're packing a lot into these sets these days.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's a lot. There's a ton, and this set is honestly full of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a lot of good stuff in here. Like there's like if you scroll down a little bit to the P's, there's
it's alphabetical. Boom, 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 boom.
There is a card that synergizes with Atla Palani, literally called Palani's Hatcher, that literally is an engine for that deck, because that deck needed help.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Palani's Hatcher. Please, okay. Slothy, take it.
Yeah, go for it.
Palani's Hatcher, 3 red and a green for a 5/3 dinosaur. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. When Palani's Hatcher enters the battlefield, create 2/0/1 green dinosaur egg creature tokens. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 1 or more eggs, sacrifice an egg and then create a 3/3 dinosaur.
So you would get the 3/3 dinosaur and the search.
Yep. Well, and the free dino off the top. Yeah.
So it triggers both.
So yeah, it triggers both. So I'm like, this card just is bonkers with that command.
It's
so good.
Insane in that deck. Because I mean that was kind of the one thing that deck was missing, and this just puts it right on in.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right off the bat.
That's crazy.
It's disgusting, man.
Can you imagine rouletting Palani's Hatcher in?
Yeah.
Oh man. That would be so good.
I got 2 more eggs.
Yep.
It's really good. Also, if you scroll down a little more, there's some new manlands. They completed the set for that. These manlands are insane. They're really, really good. Yeah, the restless cards. Really, really good. Like the green white llama. It turns into a llama, which I think is hilarious, first of all. And then when it does,
reach,
really good
I can spit.
Like it becomes a 3/3, and then when it attacks, your other stuff gets +1/+1. So it just blanket, gives you counters. Like that's really good in green white.
Yep.
Like these lands are really good. They do it.
I think that would instantly go into like Shalai Halar as the land, because being able to put a +1/+1 on all of your Yeah, other creatures you control get
like
plus oh, never mind. It's not a counter. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah,
sorry,
really...
it's plus to end a turn. So yeah, not counter, but still really, it buffs your board, which is really good.
And I really like the because the Aztecs have it's the something lines, or where if you see it from above, they outline animals and stuff like that.
That's
so I
kind of what
really
these are going off of.
Yeah, I really like that. Like I like when some real life stuff can come into it. Like
This and like the Demir one here is really good too. Like it's a 4/4 shark with death touch. Sure.
Arr.
And then it also mills a person. 4 cards.
Yeah.
These lands are good, man. Like they're really, really good. This set just keeps giving. Like these, there's like these schooners, like pirate ships that are vehicles in this that are really cool as well. There's a couple of those.
I like that, being able to add or go into the theme a little bit more. I always love theme eccentric stuff. Yeah,
so like they really dove into the flavor with this. Like, this set's really cool, man. I'm super excited. Yeah. I cannot wait to play
we could probably talk about this forever. And who knows? Maybe we should just have a stream night where we just chat and go over our favorite Magic sets and stuff like that. That could probably be fun. We could sit and talk forever.
Yeah.
But with that, please thank you both for coming on today and
this is really fun.
Talking Ixalan, the Lost Caverns with us. It's been a blast. I really enjoyed having you on for the Doctor Who stuff. Just really great.
Yeah, that was a great time. I definitely enjoyed that, and I'm glad we were able to come on. And Corey was actually available this week because he was out of town that week, so he was able to be on.
Well, I'm glad that you guys didn't really kind of get turned last night, and you were able to be back to record this morning. You had a concert.
Didn't indulge too much. The concert was fun.
What concert did you
too hard?
This
is your type of concert, Slothy.
Yeah, Theory of a Dead Man, Saint Asonia, Skillet was the bill. Yeah,
decent.
Yeah, it's actually the first time I've seen Theory, which is actually really fun. I've seen Saint Asonia and Skillet like 4 times. Corey's seen them like teens of times at this point, I'm sure.
Well, Skillet, because they were at like every festival I used to go to. So
he went to like a ton of different music festivals. But it was a good time. Made it home not too late. It's a little early, I will say, but I'm still recovering from the time change, as well as Brian was also saying earlier. My body still does not like this.
Yeah. But where can everybody find your guys' stuff?
Us. Yes.
Yeah. So you can find all of our stuff at our YouTube channel, MTGPlace. We put out a podcast every week, and we have draft videos and vintage videos pretty much daily.
Yeah.
And then you could find all of our content over there, and also at our website, mtgplace.net.
Yeah, we got a lot of different things. We do a podcast we try to do a podcast every week, and it doesn't always happen. But we'll do limited stuff. We do we're trying to start recording some Commander games. We're figuring that out. But we try to post a ton of stuff. So everything about Magic.
Great.
Yeah. So go make sure check them out, show them some love. And Dan, if you're here, hit that music. Magic powers. Thank you all for listening to us here. Slothy.
Yeah.
We have a partner. Where can they go and get some good not cheap cards, but expensive cards?
Wow.
Not that expensive.
If you're looking for some expensive cards for not that expensive, as Brian said, you can go to Abyss Proxy Shop, use our code IT99, get some money off. The cards are super good quality. I ordered from them myself. You can see if you're watching the video, Brian has got some as well.
And I'm really happy with them so far. I'm gonna build me
shiny things
something.
Like this.
I don't know if he does foils, but we should find out.
I think he does some foils.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, IT99 for 15% off. And make sure to find all of our content at intothe99.com, our weekly podcast, our YouTube channel with all the videos. And we're also starting off with Brewing It Live, coming back on a bi-weekly schedule. Join me, Slothy, and other hosts with some guests as we brew some new commanders live with you, the community. And that's going to be Thursday nights around 6 or 7 Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
See you later.
Peace.
Peace. Mao.
Mao, indeed.